What's that, ma'am?
Chipmunks.
No, I have had possums, though.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, ma'am. I have had possums where they crawl down from the roof into the vent system and get stuck, and then they wind up dying, and it's usually always on the kitchen sink lines, because then the customer will call and say, hey, you think it's just a normal kitchen sink stoppage, you go out there, you go to snake it, and then you're pulling literally chunks of fur back, and then that's kind of a tall tale sign. See, he just keeps coming back.
She's gonna get freaked out.
I wish I had like he could hear me, because then you like puff at him. See, watch.
He ain't too scared. I mean, he's a little scared. He ain't too scared
So
though.
you're saying you're recording this?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you was this recorded when we had this done like 7 years ago?
That I couldn't tell. Back then, let's see, that was back in what, 16?
Yeah.
Whoever did the recording for you would have left you back then a thumb drive, if they would have recorded it for you. And see, he don't even care about the water.
Nope.
He could care less. See how the water kind of helps float you? So New York is the only state that still requires house traps because of this. And I've seen those little pesky boogers. I've seen them chew through a brass cap.
Jesus Christ.
So you think even a plastic plug you're safe from? They'll chew right through a brass plug. But yeah, poor little fella.
Did he go swimming?
They can hold their breath for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not. They're pretty crafty little creatures.
Yeah, they are.
That's actually probably one of the bigger ones that I've seen out here. Believe it or not. I usually don't see them that big. They kind of look like little field mice. They're usually not that big. Oh, you missed the party. You had a big rat in your sewer. He was coming up to the camera. I got him on video.
Oh no.
Yeah, he was real curious to try to see what was going on. Thank you for turning that water on. It helps tremendously. Ah. No, they don't care. They can hold their breath for quite a while.
Helps her move our camera.
Yeah, it helps keep my camera elevated a little bit. And then you can go ahead and shut that off. We're in the city main.
Oh, shut the water off too?
Yes. Yep. No sense in wasting it if we don't have to. Good news is, we'll see what happens once that water finishes draining down.
We'll wait until it comes back down. So
Yeah. I don't see Mr. Rat. He must have took off or he dodged my camera. Wait for that water to finish trickling through. That way I can get it.
Did you shut the water off?
Yeah, it's not on anymore. I'm just waiting for it to finish running out through the sewer. Because you can sometimes too get better picture quality coming back than you do going out. But my camera's pretty good.
do you recall getting a thumb drive? When we had come out last time?
Did they give you a report or anything? No? Huh, that's interesting. Was that when you guys like first moved in or something, ma'am? Is that
the first time? We got a disc.
you got a disc?
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't use disc back then, so it wasn't us.
Okay.
We only do thumb drives. So we don't have CD capability. I mean, I can have it burned onto a CD, you know what I mean? But we wouldn't physically hand you one. It would just be a...
Let me get the paperwork that I need to get.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, if it was us, ma'am, we would have left you an actual thumb drive.
Right, but it was definitely...
Okay. Come on, water. You're almost done. curious where my rat went.
Okay, the only paperwork I have is the bill. I
Okay,
don't know
ma'am.
if that's gonna help you with,
Let me, So it was Tyson. He's no longer here. Found house trap in garage. Line on inside of house is cast iron. Turns into clay at the house connection. Line has several minor offsets throughout line. Huh, that's about as basic as one can put one. Alright, let's see what it looks like coming back. And when we're done, ma'am, probably be Monday morning, I'll get an email address from you folks, and Sydney will send you a link to the video. So that way you always have it, you have something to refer to at a later date, if need be. What I recommend is it'll be through a YouTube, is the way we do it now. And then you can record that, ma'am, onto a thumb or onto a thumb or a CD, whatever you guys want to do. And it is not uncommon out here for most of the sewers that I've ever dug up or had to do anything with is usually always 6-inch clay.
That's what this is, 6-inch.
Temple. And the reason how I can tell that is the cast iron underneath the floor is 4. And then right when I hit that clay connection, I had to ramp down. So if it was 4-inch clay, it would have been a smooth transition. Make sense?
Kind of makes the offset just opposite way.
Correct. Well, it'd actually technically be both ways. So the plumber would center the 4-inch into the 6. Some plumbers will center the cast to the bottom, and
Have the top. I got you.
correct. Remember my footage here? Friend. I think he left me. Jared, he didn't like me no more. He was on to my game of shenanigans.
Did he pass the camera when you were going?
No, we just had it sitting when we were waiting for you, sir, to run water.
Okay.
And then he just came up out of the blue sniffing the camera head. It's the LED lights that catch their attention. Yeah, you hung out with us for a little while. sometimes don't let it freak you out, but sometimes he could be ahead
Yeah.
of my camera and he'll come out or like stick his head up. So just don't freak out. I think he went back into the city.
Usually pretty good, when it comes to running. Now, Chris, he'll freak out like a little girl.
I haven't seen any snakes yet. I've had a few possums. Rats I'm used to it out here in Kansas City, Missouri. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Possums, I had one cat, and he actually got stuck in the service connection where the house tied onto the city main, and that was my call. They knew the cat was there, and they had the fire department out, the sewer department out. They couldn't figure out what to do. And I was like, well, I don't want to bring a cable machine in. I don't want to kill it. You know what I mean? So what I did is I tied a rag around my camera head to try to soften it up a little bit. We started running a little bit of water, and I let the water wet him up, and then boop, I popped him back into the city main, and we caught him in the downstream manhole.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's cool, though.
yeah. So,
Actions that way went through all their trouble.
what's that? No, I just didn't see any reason to kill something that ain't bothering me. So, what's the point of that?
Little cat.
Yeah, I wouldn't say little. He was a pretty girthy guy.
Really?
Or girl. I don't know. They caught him in a little basket from the sewer department. Turn your light down in there, Jared, as I'm starting to come back. Make sure Mr. Rat's not there. Because sometimes they'll ride behind my camera head and I'll get them in that trap. Mm-hmm.